So, I have my notes in front of me. So I wrote this down, I want to say about a week ago, because I was listening to a podcast. I can't remember the name of the podcast, but when I find it, if I find it, if I find the episode as well, I will link it down below. But basically, it was about, in the section of this podcast, the male that was speaking was talking about like your purpose. And I feel like, you know, your purpose is just so important for you to want to carry on living, for you to want to carry on existing, because I know that a lot of us, like, things can happen and we can be completely disheartened and just want to like we literally, sometimes, some days you'll wake up and you'll be like, why am I even awake? Like, why do I have to, like what do I have to live for? And unfortunately that's very sad, but you know, sometimes we do wake up and we're like, what do I actually have to live for? What happiness do I have to live? What do I have to look forward to? And that's a really sad reality of the society that we live in, unfortunately. And you may not notice it, and you may feel like you're the only one going through it, but really, like, a lot of people go through it. So I think identifying your purpose and sort of realizing, first of all, you have to realize you're not alone. When you have those sad days, so many people have those sad days. You have to realize you're not alone. So I feel like you should identify your purpose. You have to really look into your heart, and this is your number one step towards trying to live a better life. You have to really look into your heart, and you have to understand why you feel like you're alive, and why, what you want to do, what impact you want to make, what makes you happy. And and the thing is, when you have a purpose, you're gonna wake up in the morning, and if you remember your purpose, you're gonna be like, this is bigger than what I'm going through. This is whatever hardship you go through. If you have a purpose, you know that your purpose is bigger than this and you can get through this. So in my opinion, living a life with no purpose really serves, it's like, I feel like it's such a sad life, because you need to have something that when you wake up in the morning, you will look forward to, whether that is, let me think of a few purposes. Like, if you want to, for example, serve humanity in some capacity, whether that be opening up your own charity, or like, if you want to work with kids, if you want to help, like, for me, I feel like purpose is something that is greater than you, that is not selfish. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion on my purpose. It's something where you can serve others. So that's really important, and you have to ask yourself, like, the questions like, why am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose for living? Like, what, like, you have to really look inside yourself, or if you believe in a God, you have to, like, really sit down with God, and you have to ask these questions, and you have to get answers for them, because it's so important. Your purpose is so important. And you have to realize that every single human being that is alive on this earth, each one of us has a purpose. But a lot of us, we don't look for what that purpose is. And it's really disheartening, because every single human being on this planet has so much potential. And I believe that personally, because I believe in a God, and I believe that God created each and every single one of us for some sort of purpose. And we just have to, like, look deep into our hearts and try and find that. And so the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is that there are two energies that drive every single decision and every single thing in your life, and that is love and that is fear. Fear sponsors reaction, it sponsors resistance, it really blocks the blessings and the opportunities that come into your life when you're fearful about doing something. You know, I've met so many people who, they are fearful of presenting. I'm fearful of presenting. But I know that in the future I'm gonna have to do it, and I have to face my fear, because on the other side of fear is something that's so much more beautiful that's waiting for you, and you have to realize that. When you do everything, every decision that you make, everything that you do, if you do it with love, that's the most beautiful thing, because you know that, I feel like all of us were created to just give so much love to each other and be, like, human beings that just are selfless. You have to, for me, my biggest battle, I feel like for a lot of us as well, is our ego. You have to really destroy your ego, because your ego, it's gonna make you fearful. It's gonna make you think, oh, what are people going to think of me if I do this? Not realizing that the blessing lies on the other side of your fear. On the other side of doing something that is outside of your comfort zone. So, those are the two energies that drive life, love and fear, and I hope you guys took something away from this video, and let me know if you guys want me to talk about anything else. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.